It is finally that time, folks. Bears versus Packers week is officially here. And let's talk about this. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, guys, please do hit that subscribe button down below and make sure to hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. So yes, it is Packers week, and I'm here to break down this game for you guys, give you guys a preview and a final score prediction at the very end. Real quick, before we get into that, you know we got to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Underdog. Underdog just dropped prediction markets, spreads, totals, and team outcomes. And the best part, you can combine them with player picks for bigger multipliers. Sign up today, guys, with my code FAIZ, F-A-I-Z, and make a $5 fantasy entry to get $100 in fantasy bonus entries. Prediction markets are now live in 25 states, including Texas, California, and Florida. And Underdog is available in over 40 states with player picks and draft games. Prediction markets, player picks, all on Underdog. All right. So I'm hyped, man. I've been waiting to talk about this matchup for so long. I can't remember the last time we played the Packers this late in the season. Our first matchup against the Packers. Usually we start the season off playing the Packers, all right? But now we had to wait all the way until week 14. But here we are. So taking a look at the numbers as we always do. The Packers are favored in this one as they are at home, but they are almost a touchdown favorite in this one. -6.5 in favor of the Packers, which is a shocking number to me. It's just about as shocking as that Eagles number was last week when it was literally a touchdown favorite for the Eagles. And I would smash Bears plus 6.5. Not only saying that because I'm a Bears fan, but just because I believe it. Because that's just too big of a line. It should be like a 3, maybe max 4-point line. And the total over-under is 44.5, so they're expecting a little bit of a lower scoring game, which I tend to agree with. I will start by talking about the weather here, folks. So this is in Green Bay, right? And from what I'm looking at the weather reports, and again, things could change the day of, it is going to be extremely cold. Well, I wouldn't say extremely. I mean, this is the Midwest we're talking about here in December. It's going to be between like 8 to 18 degrees. Not as windy, but, you know, things could change, obviously. But, yeah, it's going to be frigid. It's going to be cold, for sure. And so this is football weather, right? This is Bear weather. This is Packer weather. And so that is definitely going to play a part here. And taking a look at this Packers team, we'll start with the defense, right? Because I want to see how this Bears offense should attack them. The Packers are elite defensively, man, at least by the numbers. They're 4th overall ranked defensively, 6th against the pass, 8th against the rush. Okay, so elite numbers for them as far as their defense. And when you take a look at how you want to attack this team, there isn't a certain funnel that they have, right? It's not like they're terrible against the pass, but, you know, great against the run, or great against the pass and terrible against the run. No, they're 6th and 8th against both. Like, they're very solid, and obviously they had that big acquisition of Micah Parsons, which has obviously revitalized their defense. To me, the game plan offensively should be similar to what we saw in Philly. A lot of running the football. Let's just start there. We need to continue to run the football. Let's take a couple things into account. I just talked about the fact that there's not a clear advantage numbers-wise of attacking them via the air or the pass. So, you know, go ahead and lean into your strengths right now, which is this running game is really, really solid for the Bears. They're running really well. I can't remember the last time we had 2 backs run for over 100 yards. Easy. Like, they both dropped like 130, all right? It wasn't like a 101, 102 type of a number. And so I want a heavy dose of DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai and just feeding these guys multiple carries. They can both get 15 to 20 carries each, honestly, folks, because that is how much I want them to run in this game, because I want to see if the Packers can stop the run, because the Eagles certainly couldn't, and they're a good defense. So if the Packers can't, and Ben Johnson is a genius at creating these sort of running lanes, and our offensive line has been run blocking really well. If they can't, then you just continue to punish them with the run, okay? And then the other thing, too, is, like, we got to get the ball out quick. Obviously, you know, this pass rush has talented folks on it, and you don't want to be in a situation where you have these long, extensive developing routes. I think you just, you know, dial up quick hitters with your receivers and your tight ends, and you get the ball out quick. Caleb needs to be in a position where he just gets the ball out quick. Again, a lot of it is getting the ball out quick, so you're negating the pass rush, you're mitigating it, running the football. And then here's the most important thing. The third part of this is you want to have long, extended drives, not only to milk the clock, but of course keep the Packers offense off the field. All right, because you don't want them to get multiple cracks at, being able to potentially do something against your defense. It's literally the same game plan, I feel like, that we had against the Eagles. It's like long, extended drives, running the football, getting the ball out quick, and keeping the Packers offense off the field. So that is the formula I feel like we need to have. I don't want to be in a scenario here where it's, frigid temperatures and Caleb has to drop back, 45 times. And that is the game plan. Obviously, I would love for Caleb to shred this Packers team, but I'm just trying to win the football game. And that's what I think is going to be the best thing for them to do. Even Ben Johnson talked about it, that he still thought he threw a little too much, dialed up like 35-plus passing plays last week against the Eagles. He should have ran the football more. So I agree with that. Run the damn rock. All right, now let's talk about how to tackle this Packers offense. So I thought about this, and I kept going back and forth. I'm like, okay, do we want to focus on pressuring Jordan Love because his numbers plummet when he is pressured, or do we want to focus on stopping Josh Jacobs and this rushing attack? And obviously, I'd love to do both. And if you can do both, you do both. But to me, if it comes down to picking one or the other, I'm going to go ahead and say I want to stop Josh Jacobs. And here's why. Josh Jacobs is a good running back, folks. He is, okay? And if the Packers win this game with the same formula that I'm trying to have the Bears utilize, which is running the football, getting the ball out quick, and milking the clock, then that's going to obviously be unideal, and it's going to tick me off, sure piss off Ben Johnson. And so it's like, I'd rather, if we lose this game, have Jordan Love try to beat us than have Josh Jacobs get 30 carries and end up with 150 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. If that is how we're going to lose this football game, I'd rather lose with Jordan Love having, beaten us. All right? That's just me. So to me, I think there is a less likelihood chance of that. Again, I know the Packers are home, but I just talked about the frigid temperatures, whether it's not going to be great for the passing game. And so it's like, let Jordan Love put the ball in the air and see if he can make plays. And I'm not that scared of these quote-unquote playmakers for the Packers, right? Christian Watson, yeah, he can get behind you for a deep ball or two. He doesn't really scare me. Romeo Doubs doesn't scare me. Dontavian Wicks doesn't scare me. They're probably not going to have Jaden Reed. They lost Tucker Kraft. Like, this offensive skill position group that surrounds Jordan Love doesn't really scare me. You know who scares me? Josh Jacobs scares me, okay? That's why I'd rather have the choice to stop Josh Jacobs versus stopping this passing attack. So overall, folks, here's where I'm at. We beat the damn Philadelphia Eagles, the defending Super Bowl champ Philadelphia Eagles. So you think I'm going to pick us to lose against the Packers? Absolutely not. Ben Johnson had this game circled on his calendar when he took the job here. I'm sure Matt LaFleur did as well after Ben Johnson made those comments about him in his press conference. So be it. I'm picking the Bears to win this football game in Green Bay. They have proven that this is a good football team. They have proven to have a great offensive line, a great rushing attack, an athletic quarterback that can make plays with his legs or his arm and is clutch. They have proven they have an elite head coach. All of those factors into play, and momentum is real. They're coming into this game hot. I'm picking the Bears to win a low-scoring game, 20-17, and beat the Green Bay Packers. Let me know if you guys agree. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. As always, thanks for watching.